What's up guys, Allison here. Today I'm going to film how I make my 2-cup tumbler turner, and it's going to cost you less than 30 bucks, okay? And you could even save more money if you already have scrap wood, or maybe you have a neighbor that could hook you up and you could save on that as well. So you're going to need some wood. I'm using 3/4 inch plywood, and I'm going to cut it into an 11 by 11 inch piece, 2 11 by 7 pieces, and 2 1 by 5 pieces. I'll write that all into the description box below. In addition to getting all the wood put together, I bought a kit on Amazon that I will show you in just a little bit, and I will also link down below to make this as easy as possible. You can save a ton of money by doing it all yourself if you have the tools. If you don't have any of the tools you need, you will probably want to just buy a turner. I have one that I purchased on Amazon that I'll link down below that I really like. There's also a bunch on Etsy if you want to look there to make sure you're getting a good deal. So the first thing I'm going to do is measure out my pieces, and then I'm going to cut it with a circular saw. You may be able to use a different saw that you have, like a miter saw or a table saw, but I'm going to use a circular saw. I'm going to use some clamps, and I'm going to use some wood glue, and I'm going to get this thing going. If you're liking the content, please make sure you subscribe down below and shoot me a thumbs up if you like this video. It does help support me a ton. I appreciate all of your support, and let's get going.
So the first thing I'm doing is measuring out with a ruler and a pencil all of the different cuts I'm going to make. I like to mark it because I wanted to make sure I utilized the wood to get the most out of the wood. I do think I could have made a 3-cup turner with the same size piece. So what I did was clamp it to my table and just use my circular saw to cut the pieces that I needed. I clamped 2 of the 11 by 7 pieces together and drilled 2 holes with a 5/8 inch drill bit so they would line up exactly. I ended up taking one of those pieces and doing a bigger hole at 1 1/4 inch. I ended up having to clamp it to a scrap piece of wood because doing it the way you see it right now didn't work out, but I clamped it to a scrap piece and then it worked. So the 11 by 7 pieces, I ended up cutting off the top of the one with the 1 1/4 inch holes right through the middle of the circle. I'm going to put some PVC pipe in this one to help minimize some of the noise that could potentially come up. So I've got 2 pieces also that are 1 inch by 5 inches and 1 piece that is an 11 by 11. I purchased this kit on Amazon that comes with 2 motors, all of the accessories you need to attach it to the wood and attach the arms. It has the screws you need, it has the cords you need. Now these are not standard sizes, but you can buy extra as well. I like that the cord has an on-off switch, and it came with some foam to put on the end of the arms that you can use to attach your cups. Now, this isn't super easy to attach, I'm not gonna lie. If you have somebody else that is available to help you hold it, I highly recommend it. You're going to screw in with the screws that it came with and an Allen wrench. So the motor goes on the back, and that little other piece is gonna screw in through the front. So you're going to place that set screw in that little hole and use the Allen wrench to tighten it. Again, if you have somebody that can help you hold this, it's a lot easier. Then I'm going to screw in the motors to the back of that piece so they are secure in place. So that's what it looks like when they're all attached. Now I'll show you at the end of the video an issue that I was having and how I fixed it. So what I did was take just wood glue and glue each of these pieces right to the top of that base. The base is the 11 by 7. No, the base is the 11 by 11. And the other pieces I'm just gluing right to the top. I glued them all in place, and then I attached clamps to hold it all in place while that glue dried for about 24 hours. The next thing I did was take the cords and get them all attached. So it comes with these little adapter thingies, and you just stick in both ends of the motor, and then you're going to stick in both pieces of the cord on the other side. Once it is plugged in, the motor should turn. I use a smart plug that I highly recommend, so you can set it to turn on and off at specific times. You can use Alexa or your Google Home to tell it to turn off. I highly recommend it. So the next thing I did was cut some PVC with my PVC cutter, cut that in half and attach it to the turners. I just glued those in place to try and help some of the squeaking that I had on a previous turner that I made. So an issue that I've been having is that this one screw keeps coming loose. So I'm taking a wrench and retightening the screw that's in there. And it's happened a couple times since I got the turner. So that's one downfall of this set that I got, but it is very easily fixed. Okay, so a couple things about this kit is that one, the arms are not like a standard PVC pipe. So they're not like a 1/2 inch or a 1/4 inch. So you won't be able to find replacements at the hardware store. I don't know exactly. I didn't look too much into it because I just wanted to make this as quickly and as easily as possible. That like the caps and the gold little thingies that we screwed in, all of the little pieces, I'm sure could be found at the hardware store and made on your own to have to be able to fit those 1/2 inch and 3/4 inch PVC pipes. But I will link down below. I bought like a case of little like extra arms and it wasn't very expensive, so I found that like the ease of being able to buy the kit was worth it for me. But if you look a little further, or I can look, let me know in the comments below if you want me to see if I can find what pieces this would require. I'm happy to do that. So just let me know in the comments below. But you know, that's about it. If you have any questions, I know I went through it pretty quickly on the video, so let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and I'm happy to answer those. And now at this point, I've been using this turner for probably a month, maybe 6 weeks, and I have had to tighten that screw a couple times in that time period, but overall, I like the turner. I like how it's working, and I'm glad I made it myself. So I hope you enjoy, and don't forget to subscribe.